Yo, 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 what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another edition of Manga After Dark. What's good, y'all? Hope everyone's doing well. Hope y'all been enjoying your week. Hope your weekends are or will be fantastic. Hope everything in your life has been treating you well. You know, the school quarter is in full effect. Spring quarter, I think it's like week 4, week 5. I already lost track of time. As I said a few videos ago, I passed advancement, so it's just like lab work, and then I could finally be done with being a PhD student, be done with grad school, and actually get a real job. You know, I could stop, struggling, being a struggle grad student, trying to date, being broke, and all hell. But you gotta take everything with stride. You can't microwave greatness. Gotta do things one day at a time. So thank y'all for rocking with me. You know, I've been appreciating the engagement with the channel. I'm so happy that so many people tune in. I'm like, even though I'm a millennial, I'm like a middle-aged millennial, some kind of a boomer of technology. So I want to eventually live stream because it'll be so much easier to live stream because it'll automatically just go to YouTube. But I have to like figure that stuff out. Some kind of a boomer, as I said. But eventually we'll be live streaming of this stuff, so it'll be a lot easier and I can do more content. So thank you all again for rocking with me. So without further ado, let's dive into another chapter of Ichiro Oda's greatness. That is One Piece, chapter 1082, title Let's Go and Claim It. So thank you, Oda, for not giving us a spoiler ass title finally. It's not fucking Zoro beats Mihawk. Like, thank you. Let's go and claim it. We have no idea what this title could be referring to. Although this is what Blackbeard said at the end of the Reverie, I think. He said, like, if no one's gonna get it, I'm gonna get it, something like to that effect. So I'm assuming this has something to do with Blackbeard's motives. So let's see. So cover request by, so it's Chopper, he's eating cotton. Cover request by Kamedo Hanato. Chopper mistaking Zeus for cotton candy and taking a bite. Didn't Zeus get his name isn't Zeus's name now Cotton? Wasn't that a thing? So next time when Nami fights, this is Cotton, right? But that's a minor point, whatever. Let me stop complaining. Alright, so an obituary makes the front page. Vice Admiral T-Bone was adored by civilians and Marines alike. He got put on the shirts! HQ officer dead. Vice Admiral T-Bone killed. News of his death shocked the world, but the Navy refused to comment on the details of the incident. Navy HQ, so it's Sengoku. Have they caught the man who did it? Suru, nope, not yet. But we're certain the culprit's family is bound to be pretty well off after this. What's the role coming to, Osuru-san, said Sengoku. The civilians were sworn to protect. What? Are stabbing us in the back? Wow. Sengoku continues, it's unbearable. Osuru responds, pirates aren't the only ones interested in money, you know. We Marines have bounties on our heads now. It's only natural for people to come after us. T-Bone got put on a shirt by a civilian. Osuru continues, especially in a place like Pepe Kingdom where over 1,000 die of starvation every year. It's no wonder he was killed there. Damn. Property and wealth, we all adapt to our circumstances. Not that I'm trying to defend the culprit, of course, Osuru continues. Just noting that if this is what that darn clown had in mind, we severely underestimated him. Buggy feet is an indirect buggy feet. Sengoku, how can we protect and serve the people if you have to constantly look over your shoulder when you're around them? He continues, if we don't neutralize this cross-guild group soon, this will kill the morale of every Marine and weaken the whole Navy. So Sengoku's flagging someone down. Oh, so it's Hina. Hey, Hina, have you seen... He doesn't know? Have you seen Garp? There's a new rice cracker flavor I want him to try. Hina responds, he said he was off to save Kobe a few days ago, so he's probably teamed up with Sword. Pretty sure Kujaku's with him. They're coming! Let's go! I'm pretty sure Kujaku's with him at least. Sengoku and Osurubo goes, what? Don't tell me they've gone to Hachinosu. Empty Bluffs Island, New World. Good job crossing the seas and making it here. Then someone's like very weakly saying, thank you. Be proud, the Emperor of the Underworld are smiling because of you. Everyone's proclaiming the birth of a new star. A champion of evil. Who is this? Some old man. He's crying. I heard my family received the payments. Thank you so much. He put a T-bone on a shirt? Buggy, don't mention it. You took down one of Navy HQ's finest vice admirals. Your evil charisma incarnate. Stop being so humble. Yeah, ha ha ha. Your crazy stunt really shocked the Marines. They'll have your head for sure if they catch you. Ack! The old man's still crying. Even if I can't see my family ever again, it's better than watching them die of starvation. His family's like lying on the ground. I'm so hungry. Buggy continues. Rest easy, friend. We'll take care of you as a fellow pirate. Yo, man, as a pirate? Then the henchmen are like talking to him. Get it? One of the emperors is taking you under his wing. The bombastic clown himself, Buggy-sama. He's on another level. The 2-bit pirates you met before aren't fit to lick his boots. Never forget this moment. You're standing face to face with a living legend. Facts, this is Yonko Buggy. It's a new era. It's a new era. Yeah, it's Buggy-sama in the flesh. Buggy in the flesh. Buggy in the flesh. Buggy in the flesh. Sorry to interrupt you, Barley-sama. You're so fresh. That makes me sound like some kind of cereal. Yeah, who the fuck is Barley? We finished it, sir. A ship worthy of Cross Guild. Leave the ship to me. Who is that? I've got some talent shipwrights under me. So this is Buggy talking to Crocodile and Mihawk. It's basically the Thousand Sunny but Buggy version. Making you the figurehead was the obvious choice, Chairman Buggy. I think it turned out great, Buggy. Kia! Menacing in the background. So Buggy's crying, snot coming out of his face. Crocodile and Mihawk are in the background. You expect us to use this thing? Buggy's still crying. Let's take this to the meeting room. Let's hear it for the greatest ship ever. You guys really outdid yourself. In the meeting room. They whooped his ass. Crocodile, public awareness of Cross Guild is growing as planned. The Navy is starting to understand the threat we pose. We need to have unparalleled influence to form our utopia and become a strong military state. But before all that, we need to establish, so Mihawk goes, our overwhelming power, right? So we got Buggy in the background. Please, just kill me already. The pain. No. So Buggy's head is hanging like by a hook. Then Buggy, this is wrong. This isn't how I wanted my life to go. And to do that, we've got to find a way to gather an enormous amount of what? Wealth. You're saying we need wealth and power, right? I may be out of line here. I'm assuming Miyako's going to say weapons. I don't know. Maybe he was going to say wealth. So to do that, all right. What power? Oh yeah, he was saying overwhelming power, right? And to gain the power, you need. Hey, weapons or wealth could fit, but maybe let me continue reading. So Buggy, wealth. You're saying you need wealth and power, right? I may be out of line here, and I know you may do away with me for saying this, but how can you call yourself pirates with schemes like that? Mihawk, what did this cockroach just say? You're doing it all backwards. You must have heard, right? You know how, Red Hair is making his move too, right? We used to be on the Pirate King's crew together, but circumstances prevented us from going to Laugh Tale with the others. Now tell me, way back when, what did you guys want to be? Are we getting a flashback finally? So Buggy continues. When I sailed with Shanks, he shone so brightly with potential. I knew I couldn't measure up, so I let go of my real dream. Really? We're getting Buggy characterization. So Shanks was just that dude from Jump, and Buggy's like, I ain't that. You got me. So if the future of pirates means I have to fight that guy, I don't want that smoke. Red Hair, Shanks' feet. All day, every day. I knew I couldn't measure up, so I let go of my real dream. So someone's like patting Shanks on the head, and Buggy's like looking as the dude's like congratulating Shanks. 24 years ago, the day Roger was executed. Let's go, Oda. Bangers, back-to-back bangers. Let's back-to-back. Oda. Woo. Woo. 24 years ago, the day Gold Roger was executed. You said it yourself, didn't you, Shanks? So this is Buggy and Shanks talking. You said your crew would reach Laugh Tale one day, too. Shanks goes, yeah. But I've changed my mind, for now at least. I'm not ready to go for it yet. Oh, yet? Does Buggy think Shanks can get the One Piece right now? What? But I've changed my mind for now, at least. I'm not ready to go for it yet. Buggy goes, what? Shanks continues, but I'm still going to be a pirate. Buggy's thinking, you're not the next generation's king. I misjudged you, Shanks. So Shanks continue, come with me, Buggy. I mean, they're going to be on the same crew to Laugh Tale. Like, that's going to happen. Buggy, I'm not going to work under you, idiots. You coward. So Buggy, don't you care about following in Captain Roger's footsteps? You haven't forgotten, have you? And Buggy's running away from Shanks. It's your fault I lost that treasure map. I still haven't forgiven you for that. You better watch your back next time we meet. That's no good. Shanks is finally making his move. But what good is it now? So Buggy continues, I don't know why, but somehow, through luck or chance or whatever, we're on equal footing again. And if that's the way it is, I may as well go ahead and say it. I want to be king of the pirates. The chapter could have ended right there. In all honesty, the chapter could have ended right here. Great chapter. Buggy, tears in his eyes with determination. I want to be... So Shanks says I want to be Pirate King. So wait, when Shanks says... So in the dialogue, Shanks says, I've changed my mind for now at least. I'm not ready to go for it yet. That's not him saying he never wants to be Pirate King. That's just saying him right now, this instant, I don't want to be Pirate King. So like, is this, are we supposed to gain from this that Shanks does not want the One Piece? That he has some other ulterior motive? And because... So back early in the flashback. So like, So when he saw, I guess Buggy was shocked because he knew how strong Shanks was. He was like, Shanks is guaranteed to get this. Like, it's his. It's over. But then Shanks threw the dream away, and Buggy was like, what? Wow, this is interesting. I want to be king of the pirates with a determined look on his face. Then Mihawk is just looking like, what? Mihawk's just glaring at him. Wealth, power. Why stop there when we could have it all? Crocodile's like, yo, this dude. Yo, let's go for it. Let's go and claim the ultimate treasure. He got Mihawk and Crocodile shook. This is a championship moment for Buggy. Wealth, power. Why stop there when we could have it all? Let's go for it and claim the ultimate treasure. Yeah! I can't believe you're deluded enough to buy your own con. Remember, we're only letting you keep that title of yours because it benefits us. You think we're just going to carry you to the top? We're not playing pirates here. This is serious business, said Crocodile. You don't have a clue, let alone a plan. Mihawk, do you really expect us to just go and pick fights with red hair, Blackbeard, and straw hat? Let's go! Mihawk said it. He said it. Let's go. He didn't forget. He said it. Red hair, Blackbeard, and straw hat. Put respect on his name. So Mihawk is still. So Buggy's head is on the ground. So I think so. Oh, in the panel, like, did Crocodile like throw sand at him or something? There's like a giant explosion in his or like they tossed his head somewhere. It's a scramble for the treasure, Buggy's retorting. We only need to beat them to it. Let me show you. There are some words that light a fire in the heart of every pirate, and it's because they all set sail for the same reason. Clack. So he's hitting the responder snail. Listen up, man, and everybody's looking. They're stepping. So, like, Crocodile stepping on his face. Stop it, Buggy. Ugh. Huff. Huff. What dream drove you to the sea? Chairman Buggy wants to give us back that spark. Oh, man, I'm not sure I'm ready for this. Every moment you cling to life might be your last, so why ignore the screaming urge inside you? Crocodile still shook from that white beard. Yo! He's like, nah, son, we don't mess with the big dogs here. We eat around the fringes. Buggy like, no. Buggy was like, I may not be a real one, but I was on a real one's ship. We don't play. Y'all are playing pirate games. What are y'all here for? Speak your speech, Buggy. What are you here for? If you ain't here to win the One Piece, what are you here? What's the point? What are we doing? Let me continue. Buggy's talking to him. Every moment you cling to life might be your last, so why ignore that screaming urge inside you? If you give up because the reality of it was too daunting, now's your chance. It's time for us to set sail and reach out and grasp what all desire most. It's time for us to finally go and claim the One Piece. Woo! Everyone's cheering, they're screaming. Crocodile is heated. Mihawk is pressed. Why you? Scene transition. Kamabaka Queendom, Grand Line. What you think about ship? Its enemy or what? Who it be? Whose language is that? Broken ass English. Weird. Clash clang. Who are these weird people? This chick has like a legit cyborg robot arm. Weird. Crash clang. Wanna bet on it? I wager it to enemy. Who's in? Sounds good to me, G. I'll put 1 mil on it being Sabo making a safe return. You what? Revolutionary Army Vice Captain of the West Army, Ushino, morally subordinate. So I think he's a mink? It's a cow? Or a person that ate the cow fruit, if that's not been used already. So a possible mink. Revolutionary Army Captain of the East Army, Ahiru, Bello Betty subordinate. I honestly thought it was going to be fucking Lindbergh because of the robot arm, but she's Bello Betty subordinate. Revolutionary Army Vice Captain of the South Army, Gaimbo, Lindbergh subordinate. He looks like an egg. Revolutionary Army Captain of the North Army, Jiron, Karasu subordinate. He kind of looks like Yonji, kind of, but more derpy looking. Dragon-san, Ivan-san, Sabo's back. What? Oh wait. After the space laser, Shadow's just gonna walk up. Nah, son. Nah, son. What? Dragon-san, Eva-san, Sabo's back. So he made it home okay? Thank goodness. And Dragon's like looking calmly. I knew something was up when you said you'd bet $1 million. I ain't coughing up a single berry, said the egg person. Nah, I'll wring it out of you. Oh, you used those binoculars, didn't you? What binoculars? Munch, munch. You think you could get away with it by eating them? Welcome back. He ate the binoculars. You think you can get away with it by eating them? Welcome back, Sabo. So every time she moves her arms, it makes like a robotic sound. Whiz, clack. Sabo, I just about to shoot ya. I'm glad you did it. Everything's okay, Ahiru. Were you worried? Then maybe a little. Sabo, you safe, me happy. So the cow person can't speak full English. That's a Lelouchian ship. Lelucia? You mean the country that vanished? I'll explain later. For now, please help these guys. Sabo-kun! How did Sabo survive? You just went radio silent. How could you? So Koala's like kicking at him. And Sabo's like, nah, son, you can't touch me. My bad, Koala. I couldn't get my hands on an encryptor transponder snail. All my calls would have been monitored. I used the local 3-beat code to signal I was alright, didn't you hear? So Koala's like holding on to him, crying. I wasn't even on Lelucia when it happened. Wow. You made me so worried. Sorry. So Morley, Sabo! Why are all the boys like that? Ooh-ah, Morley! Don't scare us like that again, silly. What? There's like smoke or something? I remember you losers from Lelucia. You've come a long way. So this is Bello Betty. It's a real shame what happened to your homes. But I heard you were hoping to join our cause. Yes, ma'am. First things first, go get some rest. We'll straighten you out after that. To tell you the truth, I thought this was not going to be Sabo. It was going to be like Katarina Devon. So I was like, ain't no way. Sabo's just going to pull up. A-okay. Solo, this like, I'm good. But these are actual Lelucian citizens. But he said he wasn't there. That's shocking, actually. Interesting. So Sabo's in a room with Ivankov and Dragon. I heard about Kuma-san. Dragon, sorry about that. We let everyone work go to waste. Yeah, facts. Kuma just left. Sabo, don't worry. I know you two are taking it the hardest. He might have been programmed to return to Mary Joel's as a contingency, said Dragon. So Ivankov, so Sabo, you don't want a captain's hearing what you've got to say. Yeah, just hearing it might put your life at risk, Sabo retorted. What the hell? There was some major trouble at the Reverie. I'll tell you all about what really happened at the Holy Lands of Mary Joel. The truth comes to light. Chapter 1082 end. That was a great chapter. Fucking great chapter. Buggy's the MVP of the chapter. There was this championship moment. Crocodile and Mihawk got pressed. Wow. The One Piece really got these dudes shook. Whitebeard really got Crocodile shook. Wow. So this is interesting. So like Mihawk and Crocodile are both powerful, but there's some block here. There's some type of mental block that they both have to get through. So I'm curious to see, are we going to get that story before they lose? Like is the moment Crocodile gets his breakthrough, it's gonna be the flashback in the fight where he loses his fight. Same with Mihawk. I'm really curious to see how much time Oda's gonna dedicate to the Cross Guild, because Buggy also has mental block. Like him knowing that he can never beat Shanks, and like having that guy be your friend, and for him to like always be the overlooming threat in his mind, even though he knows that Shanks doesn't want that smoke because they're friends. At least in Shanks' mind, they're friends. But for Crocodile and Mihawk, there's clearly something that got them like, nah, son. Those are deep waters we're talking about, Buggy. We're here in the shallows. We're okay here in the shallows. You want to be in the deep ocean, open waters. The sharks and the whales, the dolphins, the orcas. No. So this is interesting. And for Buggy to get through his mental block and to be honest and open with his self-desires that he threw away because he didn't think he could ever beat Shanks. This is interesting. And because he has Mihawk and Crocodile, he thinks he can compete with Shanks now. Because he does says, because now that we're on equal footing. This is interesting. So I'm really curious to see how much time we're going to spend with the Yonko crews, because this entire chapter tells me that we need to spend more time with Cross Guild, because we need to see Mihawk and Crocodile get their breakthrough at some point, or maybe it could happen off screen. But even Buggy, like this was a Conqueror-esque moment. Like what? Like wait a minute, like. How many people in the series had the balls to do what Buggy just did? He might be a conqueror. I don't know. Oda was in his bag this chapter. This was great. This was a great fucking image of Buggy. This is a great chapter for him. Wow. I wouldn't think that Mihawk and Crocodile would get this pressed about going into the open waters. Interesting. And Sabo just pulling back up to Kamabaka, A-OK. Pretty cool. We meet vice captains. So, the idea that Dragon was a former Marine, a lot of people think that's like a common theory. So I guess the Revolutionary Army having a military like structure isn't surprising overall. But it's interesting that they have like vice captain ranks for the Revolutionary Army, and we know they have other ranks as well. So I'm pretty curious to see if we're going to get more of the structure of the Revolutionary Army. And also, we're about to hear what really happened. Who killed Cobra? What happened to the admirals? Shout out to King of Lightning, a few good men. Come on, like. I know Sabo's that dude. I was shocked that two admirals couldn't handle Sabo and the Rev Commanders. Shocked. Maybe Sabo's nasty. Like I definitely think Sabo's the person that's going to beat Akainu at the end of the series. 1000%. The entire Akainu's entire boast was magma's hotter than fire. You can't beat me. Sabo's going to prove him wrong. Sabo's going to produce fire hotter than Akainu's magma, and that's going to be the end of the fight. Sabo's going to burn Akainu. The only person in the series that cannot get burned will get burned. That's how. Because I don't think Oda's going to have Sabo kill Akainu. He's going to burn him, though. I definitely think that. I think, at the end of the series, whether Akainu's going to be, get demoted, get locked up and impaled down, retire, he's going to have visible burn marks from his battle with Sabo. That's definitely what I think is going to happen. But the NFL draft is tonight. So the teams I rock with are the Bears and Patriots. They both need a lot of help. A lot of help. Well, the Patriots don't need a lot of help. So they need to settle on first. Commit to Mac Jones or not. I'm tired of the drama surrounding it. It's getting really annoying. But the team needs an offense. Both the Patriots and the Bears need offensive line help drastically. Neither of the offensive lines are competitive at any level. Both teams are weak at tackles. Their interior for the Bears, they put some draft resources into the interior of the line. Same with the Patriots. Have they gotten max return on the investment? I don't think so, but the players are kind of young. Or in the Patriots case, they drafted Cole Strange last year in the first round, so you're not going to replace him. So both teams have interior line resources they put into it. Not a fan of the interior line play, but again, young players, youngish players, let it play out. At least this contract, let them play out to their first contract. Both teams need more skill position players. So both Bears and Patriots need some help in the draft. So I'll be excited to see what happens. Even though the Patriots normally trade down, which is depressing. But it's going to be early. They normally is at the end of the draft, first round, and they trade down. I get pissed off. Like, why did I waste so much time watching the draft and listening to the draft party just for them to trade out the first round? That always annoys me. But it's early now. It's like the 14th or 15th pick in the draft. So, like, within the hour or so, whether they trade out or not, I'll understand it. So, I'm looking forward to the draft. I'm a big fan of offseason for both NFL and NBA. Sometimes I like that even more than the regular season, especially for the NBA. The draft and trade deadline stuff, all that's crazy. I'm a nerd, so all that stuff gets me going. Wins above replacement, valuing assets and then predicting how those assets do over time. It's pretty cool. So, hope everyone enjoys the rest of their week. Let me know what you think about the chapter below. Peace out. Manga After Dark out.